Dear Diamonds and fellow Diamonds in the Rough, the 5.1 live stream has just ended for Genshin Impact and there's a lot to go over. So without further ado, let's jump quickly into it. We had obviously the trailer where they show you the characters doing cool stuff in the story. They take parts of the cutscenes and, you know, they basically... They basically took the characters in the cutscenes, etc. They showed them where they look badasses, etc. in certain scenes. Also, some kind of teases of the story here was interesting with the Pyro Archon. She does the Super Saiyan Dragon Fist, which was pretty cold in my opinion. It's right here, I think. Here she goes. Boom. And she just gives the meanest fade. I think this was probably the meanest fade in Genshin Impact history, and I can't wait to see how that unfolds in the story. Next, of course, they talked about Xilonen. Xilonen is so hot. Yes, sir, she is. The lioness, the leopard. We don't know what type of feline she's supposed to be. I like to believe she's a leopard, considering speed, etc. She's Lucio from Overwatch and Spider-Man. If they had a baby, it'll be Xilonen. The fact that she can just sit here like this and observe the terrain, which means you can easily take the high ground while exploring, which is very important by Natlan, by the way, because there's a lot of freaking mountains around. Xilonen allows you to counter that a little bit, which is a huge issue I'm starting to feel is present in Genshin Impact, but I feel like we're going to save that for another video. And she basically can walk up walls. She can even do this, of course, in the ground. She basically can allow you a smoother exploration. Yay, Xilonen. Ayo chat, type 1 if you're pulling for Xilonen, type 2 if you're like, man, I don't give a shit. I believe Xilonen is definitely worth it. Even her kit seems fucking fantastic in terms of meta, like you can shred resistance, etc. She's a Geo character that's finally usable, that feels generic like Zhongli. We haven't had one in a while, and I think Navia is like the closest thing I can think of. So I feel like Xilonen is definitely a good addition to the game. I'll be pulling for her absolutely, not only for her design, but also the kit, the exploration, how much she enables. I feel like she checks a lot of boxes in terms of characters in Genshin Impact. In my opinion, she's a must pull. But that's just me though. I don't know about you guys. I'm not too knowledgeable in meta in terms of must pull, but in terms of aesthetics, exploration, and I would say even kit and usability, she's a must pull. Anyway, fast forward that. Next, they talked about finally giving us a little bit more time to claim for some events. Like this is like a big exploration event where you can get like 300 pulls, if not more. And they have that only for 2 versions, like 5.1 and 5.2. So it's not limited to one version, which is good, but where's permanent events, man? Yo, chat, where are permanent events like we have in Honkai Star Rail, man? Why can't this be permanent with some limited time rewards that if you don't do it in a certain time, you miss out on those, but you can still claim a massive portion of those rewards whenever, because it's part of the game. They're in SSR, I know, but this in Genshin, it's not. And I feel like that's a huge problem. Why would you want to take away this event, especially like there's no pressure, like the exploration of those regions is always going to be there. You giving us free stuff, it should always be there. Like, I don't understand. This doesn't make any sense to me on why it is limited to 2 versions. Failure. It is indeed a failure. We should have more and more permanent events, which in my opinion, this isn't even an event. This is just extra rewards for clearing something in the game. Am I crazy for that? Because Genshin wants you to be FOMO since day 1. They will never change that.
Brother, what's that? What's that, brother?
That's so true. Okay, every gacha game wants you to FOMO. That's a fact. That's why if I go to a banner in whatever gacha game, you will find this shit right here. 11 days remaining. The fact that they show you the time that's remaining is basically them giving you that sense of FOMO. It's very important for gacha games and the psychology that gacha games work with in terms of their players. Like, they kind of have to work on your brain and make you pull for shit, okay? They're manipulating you to try and provoke certain behaviors out of you. This right here doesn't make a lot of sense because in Honkai Star Rail, which is another Hoyoverse game, you have permanent events, and what they do is the event doesn't completely disappear. If you do it at the time the event came out, you have what is known as limited time rewards. So those limited time rewards is basically what you can FOMO in Honkai Star Rail event. But the event in itself is permanent, as in a huge chunk of the reward that that event gives you is always available. But we don't want excessive anxiety. That is a good point, man. I thought the whole point of Genshin Impact was to not give us anxiety. You're giving us FOMO. FOMO creates anxiety. They're liars. Genshin Impact are liars. Big difference that in SSR most of the permanent events are the big ones. This is just a part of the game as you play. That's also a big thing, man. VCL, appreciate you, dude. This is not even like an event. This should, like what I was saying earlier, this isn't technically an event. This is just more rewards for you clearing out exploration. Why not keep it? Why not keep it? This is just free shit. I don't know, man. Like for me, this is weird. Just keep it permanent. I feel like it's completely fine. Or maybe keep it until 6.0. Like, okay, this was the year of Natlan. It's over. You had a whole year for this shit. It's cool. Banners. The banners we have Xilonen and Shiori. I feel like the first phase is very straightforward. Just get Xilonen, man. No one cares about Shiori. For the second phase, however, is very interesting. So Hu Tao versus Nahida is pretty tough. I would argue Nahida is better if you don't have her. She's also an Archon, so collectability and stuff. Oh, by the way, let's some 07s in the chat for the VAs. They just brought some 2 nobodies that we didn't even know. At the start of the live stream, I didn't want to continue watching. I'm not gonna lie. Like, there's a strike going on with the VAs. We miss you, VAs. We miss you. Please come back. Please take care of the VAs, man, so we can go back at least to normal quality live streams. We'd appreciate that. And finally, the big thing. Spiral Abyss, you finally get to skip floor 9 and 10 if you did 12 in the previous event. So about damn time. That's always welcome. They also give you like this stuff, like you can finally do it all at the same time and not like one at a time. We're happy with that. Sure, cool. This should have been day 1, by the way, but hey, we take it and run. They made some optimizations to the crafting table, but let's face it, no one cares. Apparently there's the new anniversary. Okay, so chat, the anniversary for Genshin. When the hell is Genshin's birthday, Genshin's anniversary? Okay, this is the anniversary thing they do every time. They put all the Archons in one picture. It's tomorrow? Okay, so what are we getting for that? Do we get a tempo? What are we getting? 16 primos and a 10 pull login. So 20 pulls. So 20 pulls. We get 20 pulls. There was this clean ass animation. The music goes kind of hard. It was weird at first, but I guess the more you listen to it, the better it sounds. Here's Ether trying to be cold. See this face right here? Ether is not that cold. I don't know what fan made this, but Ether is not this, man. Bro, the fans had a better depiction of a main character than the damn company that made him. What the actual hell? I would have taken Ether being like this, that's for sure. Please make him more like this. Change this character, because he's boring as fuck. And yeah, that was basically the live stream. I'm not gonna lie, this was mid at best. The lack of VAs hurts. Xilonen basically carried the show for obvious reasons. And that was pretty much it. Yeah, sure, there's a bit of intrigue for the story, but all in all, this is a filler patch already at 5.1, which is kind of crazy. I mean, they are smart in trying to put a very eye-appealing character for 5.1. It's like, okay, we're gonna have this hot bitch here and she's gonna carry the shit. But still, there's still a bit of story, but I'm pretty sure it's still gonna leave us at a cliffhanger. The stream was short and right on the point. Well, knowing the fact that they don't even have the VAs for this shit, yeah, they kind of have to. And plus, I'm not gonna lie, for live streams, the more on point they are, the better, in my opinion. There's a web event going on. Type 1 if you give a shit about web events. Type 2 if you're like, those exist. Like, we have web events. I forgot those were even a thing. Because I'm not gonna lie, I don't even know they exist. Like, I completely forgot about the existence of a web event. Yeah, apparently it's not just me. This live stream, unfortunately, still showcases a huge problem that Genshin has, which is they take some things that are way old that other games have implemented years ago, finally put them here and act like, oh shit, this is like so innovating. Oh, this is so handy. This is so useful. Bitch, we had that like years ago. If you're gonna implement this, you have to add something that the others are not doing. This is them playing catch up in probably the worst way possible. Like, how? How, Sway? Are you telling me we're finally gonna be able to skip floor 9 and 10 when we had that shit in Honkai Star Rail probably forever? And then they have the gall, the chutzpah, to tell you that it unlocks the two previous stages, but you still gotta manually click over them, like to get the rewards. While in SSR, you just click one claim, it claims the whole shit you cleared. Like, you don't have to keep claiming. I don't understand why they keep doing these mediocre moves. Coding, I feel like the coders in Genshin Impact are very lackluster. It's so weird. Them not adding something that's new and unique only to Genshin Impact is them still sitting there thinking they have the biggest dick in gacha, while those days are long behind us. I don't see this lasting for Genshin Impact. I feel like they should really step their game up, but that's me. Let us know what you think in the comments below. Do you think it was mid, good, bad? Let us know anything. We've just had WoWa's live stream recently. How do you guys think it compares? I, for one, think the WoWa one was pretty solid. There's more and more being thrown in WoWa. There's new stuff that is unique to WoWa and the changes they make. And I feel like if Genshin could just take a page out of that book, they can play catch up, but also do something that the others did not do. I feel like Genshin would look way better, in my opinion. Like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you on the next one. See ya.